Hi, I'm Dr. Genhee So, founder of ElevateMD, and today we're going to talk about how to overcome financial overwhelm for the busy physician. As a busy physician, managing your finances can feel like just one more thing to juggle. And what we do is poo-poo finances to the side. It's not that we don't recognize that finances are important for us and that we need to be taking care of it, but it always ends up at the bottom of the list because something more urgent or more pressing comes to the forefront. We have to drive our kids to school. We have to pay those bills on time. We have to get those groceries or make dinner. So finances just keeps going down further on the list. Sometimes I like to think of finances and managing your finances kind of like exercise. You know that you need to exercise to stay healthy and fit, but sometimes you just can't make the time to do it until one day you realize that your health might be failing or that you've gained a little bit more weight than you had intended. Same with finances. We may not notice the detrimental effects from day to day until one day we're hit with this huge tax bill and we just don't know it happened. So what can we do to overcome this? The best thing and the solution that I found that worked for me and my family was to have a freedom point. Once we understood and we had a plan in place, we knew what targets we needed to meet, and we had the confidence that we were working enough and spending comfortably to enjoy our lives today without sacrificing our future. I was able to overcome financial overwhelm by understanding that I needed a plan for today, a plan for short, mid, and long term. And once my expectations were managed and I knew what I needed to achieve to make sure that my retirement was secured, I was able to feel a little bit more calm. I didn't feel like I had to deal with my finances every day because we had the plan in place and it was working in the background. Whether those be real estate investments, stocks, bonds, etc., they all were growing wealth in the background while I was working as a radiologist and earning income. And together, that helped us bring and accelerate our wealth growth so that I could retire earlier and have the freedom to go part-time when I wanted to. If you are a busy physician feeling financial overwhelm, the first step that you can take today is ask yourself, is your financial advisor doing the right job for you? And it's really a simple question. Has your financial advisor discussed a freedom point with you? Do you know exactly how much money you have invested to make sure that you can retire comfortably at the age that you want to? If you haven't had this conversation with your financial advisor, it's time to get a new one. It's time to establish a freedom point so that you don't feel financial overwhelm, so that you have a peace of mind with confidence from day to day that you have the right plan in place to make sure that you can retire comfortably. I think a lot of financial overwhelm is self-inflicted. And unfortunately, we feel guilty about the financial overwhelm and it becomes this vicious cycle. We feel overwhelmed at work, we feel overwhelmed at home, and we feel overwhelmed with our finances. But the overwhelm of the finances takes last place and we push it down to the bottom of responsibilities to deal with because we still need to work to earn a living and we still need to manage and have fun and be responsible for our families. But what we don't realize is that actually fixing the financial overwhelm will help us fix the overwhelm in both the personal and the professional life. Bringing the financial responsibilities up to the top of your list of things to do, taking an evaluation or making the evaluation yourself to see if your financial advisor is doing the right job for you is going to have a trickle-down effect and help you feel more comfortable and calm both professionally and personally. For me, that first step is asking a few important questions to your financial advisor to make sure that their interests are aligned with yours. These are really simple questions that you can ask them, such as, how many clients does your financial advisor have? If your financial advisor has 1,000 or more clients, intuitively you know that they're not going to have enough time to make sure that your financial plan is set in place. And when the government makes changes in tax plans, or when you have a big personal event, like maybe you want to buy a new house, maybe you need to start thinking about university for your kids, or maybe you want to send your kids to private school, you want to make sure that your financial planner is there on hand, knows exactly all of your accounts and your investments, understands your family's life and intention, and how you'll have to pivot your career and your investments to make sure that you're comfortable both today and in the future. My life has dramatically changed now that I have the confidence that our finances are in order. And it really has carried through to every facet of my life. Once I had the confidence to know that we were in a good financial position, that we weren't going to be broke before we died, that's when I realized that having a financial plan is super important. And it's a big reason why I started ElevateMD in the first place. When you bring financial education to the forefront, and it doesn't have to be the entirety of the financial realm that you need to understand to make sure that you set yourself up for financial success, you want to make sure that you have the right players and the tools in place. And that's just a matter of asking a few simple questions and going to trusted and vetted resources. This is what ElevateMD can do for you. So if you feel financial overwhelm and you want to learn more about how you can overcome it, visit my website at drgenheeso.com. I'm Dr. Genhee So, founder of ElevateMD. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next episode.